AskReddit. What would you like to clear up with the FBI agent watching you? I'm playing Minecraft, so don't mind me when I type something like how to make TNT. I swear I forgot to add Minecraft in the end of the sentence. I'm over her, but sometimes I just want to check up on her to see if she's still happy with her current man. I swear all that hentai was for educational purposes. My porn history does not accurately reflect how I view women. I'm having a Christmas party, if you wanna come. They already have the address and date and time. When I googled remove child from parent, I'm a programmer. Thank you for understanding. All that research I've done into mystery cults and alternative medicine recently was to flesh out my tabletop RPG character's backstory and beliefs. I'm not actually a nutjob. Actually, my little brother is using my PC all the time, so if you find something weird like, I don't know, gay prone, that wasn't me. I use Crush the Blacks often, verbally and in written communications, while working, and this is shorthand for make the dark parts of this image/video clip darker. Best of luck tracking down our next domestic bad guys, but I'm just trying to make pretty pictures. I like the Chinese agent that's watching me more than the FBI agent. Chin-chan. When I search for strange stuff on internet it's because I'm listening to a podcast and I don't know what they are talking about. I've heard that the FBI cafeteria in Quantico has a great brownie recipe. I was wondering if it is possible to get a copy. I'm not a sick freak, I just drink a lot, and drunk me is a sick freak. I have a tendency to become overly curious about odd things, usually sparked by whatever it is I'm super interested in at the time. So you can blame Chernobyl for my inquiries on how a nuclear reactor works, how uranium is processed, and how a dirty bomb is built. I swear I'm not a supervillain.
It's called hentai, and it's art.
Yes, I looked how to make homemade explosives, where to buy the chemicals needed, and the regulations of said chemicals in the place I'm in. Yes, I also googled several times different directions of police departments, how they track down a bad guy, all the process required for find them, and take them to justice. Yes, I did investigated how to abduct a person, and how much will the police do to find them. No, dude, I'm not a psycho oaf. I'm running a Vampire the Masquerade game, tabletop role-playing game, and was getting the facts for my world building right. Alternatively, I'm a writer. Those freaking freaks always have weird searches. The furry hunting stuff was just a joke. I'm sharpening this machete because I found it in the dumpster and my apartment complex won't trim the freaking bushes outside my window. Definitely not to take on the oligarchy. I'm not going to oof anybody, I just look far too into violent crime in my area because I'm paranoid. Same here, except for its human trafficking. I'm not going to human traffic anybody. I barely even want to interact with humans. The two things I hate most, humans and traffic. They are not blood related. I have a really morbid curiosity. My excessive research of how to dispose of a body, /r/watch people, and most effective methods of krillin are all out of a general thirst for knowledge. Additionally, I like guns. When I search things like how to make a homemade gun, or how to hide a gun, I have no violent intent. I feel sorry for your eyes and sanity. I'm a writer. I'm sorry I Google search weird things. Please don't arrest me for the time I looked at the blueprints for the White House. I'm not trying to build a submachine gun out of pipes in my basement. I was just curious if it was possible. Thanks Fallout. Just joking about that female booty inspector shirt. Meant no disrespect. The fact that you make 3x what I do a year at a minimum for reading the dumb stuff I post online is disheartening for both of us. I'd rather you not spy on me, honestly, but you know, same crap different toilet. Enjoy your day, try not to ruin mine please. I'm into photography and there is a user in one of the photography subreddits who gives away a free photo book of his called PP Boys. It's completely normal pictures. I don't know why he chose the title. I saw comments talking about it, so I googled PP Boys photo book and then immediately realized what that looked like. Stop sending your therapist bill, I'm not freaking paying it. Me searching how to make meth was because I was watching Breaking Bad. Years ago I went to Dicks.com because I thought it was Dick's Sporting Goods. It was not. I think it is now. Most of my Google searches are for GTA, not real life. I know it's sad watching me try to find a job, just bear with me. All the chemicals I bought, like calcium nitrate, phosphoric acid, magnesium sulfate, sulfuric acid, etc. That was all for growing hydroponic vegetables. The Stealth Grow Tent and Stealth Inline fan I bought, that wasn't even for growing anything. That was to house a cryptominer and pump all the hot air outside. I'm not making bombs or growing drugs. I'm a boring nerd with expensive hobbies. I wanna ask if you saved the link to that amazing prone I watched 6 years ago. He knows which one. The one that made me come in 30 seconds. You won't last 5 minutes playing this game. I swear I'm not going to Area 51. Redacted. I'm redacted. Going to Area 51. When I looked up ISIS application, I was looking for an article on an app that ISIS had made to get supporters. I wasn't trying to apply for ISIS. When I googled American nuclear power plant plans, I was just trying to find out if many new power plants were planned to be built in the US. I was not looking for blueprints. You will never be able to blackmail me with my prone history. It's weird, I know. Some would call it degenerate. But I have no shame. Don't expect to extort me with it. Okay, me googling that stuff about decomposing bodies and embalming was about an argument about the effects of embalming fluids on the soil. Also, you already know I watch various types of hentai. Sure, I have a few more sick ones, but you know I have vanilla too. Me googling how to make gunpowder was just to verify the methods used in an anime. I'm sorry for my search history. Even though I want redacted deceased doesn't mean I would ever do anything to hurt redacted. Who think children is a computer science term? A child is a child process of the main process. Sometimes they hang up and you have to give them the no oxygen treatment. That is force quit. I'm not a serial child exterminator. I just F up my code a lot and have to O for child. It got me in trouble in the high school and college libraries when I was logged in and googling how to disappear children. And my latest one I'd like to clear up. I'm googling dog veganist to figure out how to clear out a UTI of one of our shelter dogs. I'm not some child who think dog lover enthusiast. My Wi-Fi barely legal is still legal. Yeah, sure. Sorry you have to stay up so late. I would like to apologize to my FBI man too. Everything in my search history that has a r/ in the beginning is me scrolling through Reddit and seeing someone post a weird subreddit, and I just have to see if it's a real thing or not. I'm actually not into googly eyes on genitals, even though it's pretty funny, but not actually arousing. You can't see what I do in a private browser, right? Incognito mode in Linux with the lights off and the door closed is basically invisible. Is X flammable? Average survivable full distance. Diagram of bouncing Betty grenades. How toxic is X-plant? Can X-plant give you the not alive? I swear I just play a lot of D&D. I've never actually read the Anarchist's Cookbook. Any references I may have made were based on what teenagers who claimed they read it told me back in high school. If I saw it, you saw it too, and you're just as messed up as me. My insurance barely pays for therapy, so don't even think about asking me to cover yours, agent. I realize how bad how to clean blood off carpet sounds, but it was for when my dog's period came in the middle of the night, and I woke up to red spots all over the house. Turns out she was also cyber stalking me back at the same time, so we are all cool. It cancels out. Two utterly effed up people fell lightning bolt strike in love with each other at the wrong time had a disastrous, though now that I know she has positive memories of it, very fun, fling were each other's mutual rock bottoms, and then wound up furiously hating each other. Never speak to you again, ruined my life, etc. This was like 3.5 years ago. It all happened in about 4 months. She was a micro-celeb on a particular corner of Twitter, and I became that account's most avid reader, though I didn't interact. But that was the extent of it. I just read her public internet persona way too much, even though it made me sad, and I knew she probably would rather that I didn't. Anyway, I've gotten my shit together since then, and about a year ago I finally forced myself to start really getting over her and quit dwelling, and it seemed like she was also getting less online and moving in positive directions. We hadn't attempted to communicate since shit blew up, and I sent a short apology and well wish. No reply. Ah well, so it ends. I certainly wouldn't say I was over her at that point, but at least I stopped having dreams where I was apologizing. Then 2 months ago I get an email from her out of the blue, saying she's been meaning to talk to me for over a year, that she appreciated the message, but didn't know how to respond. She's also turned shit around. We've talked on the phone a couple of times, and it came out that she'd been steady googling me, looking at my social media, and asking friends details, swearing them not to repeat, that they'd been asked, etc. Also, in the fallout of truly wrecking each other's lives in 2016, we both wound up moving and bouncing between a few different places, and wound up 4 hours away from each other. We are going to get coffee the next time she comes to the city. I'm hopeful but also wary of the whole thing. I'll definitely settle for a friendship here. She's the most interesting and smartest, dear god. Gobsmackingly smart. My plan for closure was to wait until she'd written a book and then send a letter congratulating her. Person I've ever met. We had a hot fling. I don't want a second one of those. If it feels like it could be a healthy, real romantic thing, well, we'll see. It all feels vaguely like a Mountain Goats song.